Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 6th through the 12th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might see this video in a few weeks, in a few months. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate. So take what does and leave what doesn't. And as always, you may need a private reading. But we're going to see what's coming up here for the Aquarius collective. Alrighty. Move you just a little bit closer. And the first card coming up here for Aquarius is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords can come up when we're afraid to take action on a matter, or we may be at an impasse with somebody. An impasse is when we don't agree. Neither one wants to budge, but neither one wants to walk away. So it could be like this deadlocked energy. So sometimes Two of Swords can come up to let us know that we're in a situation where the other person is not going to change their mind. Like, you've already spoken your piece, and they've said what they've said, and like neither one wants to walk away, and it's just things are going to continue as they are. There's not going to be a change. There's not going to be a shift. So this could be like in a work situation. Maybe when you told your employer, hey, this is way too much of a workload, or oh, my doggy's barking here. Or maybe you needed to change your shift, or you said, hey, I really need a raise, or whatever it might be, and they're like, oh, well, we really can't do that right now. Two of Swords would be like, it's just going to stay how it is. Like, you've told them what you need, but they're not in a position where they're going to make changes. In a personal relationship, maybe you laid a boundary with somebody, or you said, hey, I need more, and they just kind of maybe make you feel like, well, not right now. But the Two of Swords tells us that this is a deadlock. You've said their piece, they've said their piece, and neither is really going to change. So sometimes the Two of Swords can come up to give us permission to walk away from a situation. And a lot of you have heard me say about the Two of Swords that, it comes up with this energy where we're kind of like an ostrich with our head in the sand. Like, we think, okay, well, maybe if I don't look at it, it'll go away. Or maybe if I wait long enough, it'll get better. And we just think maybe it's going to work itself out. But what happens is that energy builds. So a lot of the times I see the Two of Swords come up like as a message saying the writing is on the wall, right? You're being given guidance. You're being guided on what steps to take. But if you don't take the guidance, if you don't take the steps, this energy is going to keep building. And before you know it, there will be some kind of a tower moment, right? So we may be avoiding taking action because we just want the situation to stay how it is, but or work itself out. But eventually, with the Two of Swords, one thing I've seen in my reading is it can lead to a tower moment. And the tower moments, guys, they're not punishments, right? The tower in the order of the tarot follows the devil. And so the devil is the energy where we're stuck, we're trapped, we're scared. The tower is like the cosmic prison break. It's your angels and guides are stepping in, getting you out of that. Like, we don't want you stuck anymore. We don't want you to miss the boat, so to speak. We don't want you to miss your blessings. So we got to come in here and bust you out of this so that you're staying on track. You're staying on schedule. You're staying in accordance with divine timing. It's an act of love. It's not a punishment. But it can feel scary to be pushed off the diving board, so to speak. So it's oftentimes better that we just start taking the steps. And even though change can be scary, start taking the steps towards change, because it feels better when we're navigating it and when we're doing it on our terms, rather than something happening and getting pushed off the diving board. Your next card that's coming up here for you all is the Fool. And this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are going to come up when we're coming into a new chapter. It's a defining moment. And so this is energy that's going to be around for a while. Even though I'm setting the intention that I'm reading for the next 7 days from the 6th to the 12th. Um, this is energy that will be around for a while. Major Arcana cards, as I said, it's like a chapter in your life. So things may be set in motion, but you're coming into a new period, a new phase, a new time, a significant time in your life. And the Fool card is this leap of faith energy, right? It's this leap of faith. So some of you are in a situation it's not changing. It's not changing. And you're wanting to go in this different direction, but you might feel a little bit scared. A lot of the times, this card comes up because the direction we're wanting to go in, or the thing we're feeling guided to do, other people might not agree with it, or they might not understand it. They might even say to you something like, oh, Aquarius, I can't picture you doing that. Or no, I don't think that's for you. Or oh no, I don't think you'd be any good at that. But they don't know. They really, really don't know. And you get to say who you are. It's not for other people to say who you are. When the Fool card comes up, it's like we're being pulled. We're being pulled, and it might not make sense to people. Maybe sometimes it doesn't make sense to us even, but we're feeling really pulled, and that call or that pull gets stronger and stronger and stronger until eventually we take this leap of faith. Now, the Fool does come in to give us confirmation that yes, you're being called in this direction. Yes, it might kind of seem like it's coming out of left field, but it also comes with the message of be as prepared as you can be and look before you leap, right? He has his little bindle here, so he's taking things with him for the road. He's traveling light, but he's thought about what he might need to have with him. So there's been a planning stage. And he's looking before he leaps. He's not jumping headfirst. Yes, we're taking a risk, but we're taking a logical risk. We're taking a calculated risk. We're preparing ourselves, and we're trying to set ourselves up to succeed, and we're looking before we take that leap. But you are being guided in a different direction at this time. It might not make sense to a lot of other people. But this is, remember how I said you're going to be jumping, you're going to get pushed off the diving board, right? So it's right here. Either you're going to take the leap of faith, or you're going to get pushed off the diving board. And so it's better to plan. This is the time right now for you to take your steps, to do your planning. Maybe this is the time to update that resume and start putting it out. Maybe this is the time to kind of think about what skill sets you want to strengthen. Maybe it's this time that you're going to start looking into moving and what might be out there, what might be available. Or if you're thinking of, doing something in terms of starting a business, doing your homework, what do I need to do to get this going, and start taking the steps. This is the time to start preparing and taking the steps so that you can have a smooth transition. Because whatever is going on right now that you're not happy about, it will lead to a tower moment. But you can have a smooth transition if you're using this time to do your research and to take the steps and to go in the direction you're feeling guided to go. That way you can have a smooth transition. The next card that's coming up here for Aquarius is the Nine of Coins. Now, the Nine of Coins can indicate financial independence, like not needing anybody financially, or not being stuck in a situation because of the fact that you're dependent, or you need that financial support or help. So some of you may be manifesting financial independence at this time. Nine of Pentacles can also be successful self-employment. So some of you are looking into like working for yourselves or establishing something for yourself. But the Nine of Pentacles comes in to tell us that the secret to our success at this time is going to be having mastery over our anxiety and over that frantic, mind or negative ego that wants to come in and make us doubt ourselves and feel insecure and feel uncomfortable and feel distracted. Some of you may be picking up something that you tried to do in the past and it wasn't successful. But the reason why it wasn't successful is because that anxiety and that insecurity got the best of you. And the problems that were happening in your life made it difficult for you to focus. When the Nine of Pentacles comes up, we have all of that in check. We have all of that under control. That doesn't mean you're never going to have anxiety again. That never means you're never going to feel insecure again. What it means is that you're in control of it so that you can focus on the tasks that need to be done and be successful in your work and in those, um, uh, security parts of your life. Like, you're going to be grounded and you're going to have structure and creating structure in your life. But on your off time, on the time that you have available to yourself, you're going to be able to do the self-care, and you're going to be able to check in with your emotions and your thoughts and go, okay, what's been bothering me this week? What have I been feeling insecure about? What have I been feeling anxious about? And you're able to go through what you need to do to soothe that, to calm that, to reason your way through that, so that it's not taking over your life. Okay, it doesn't mean that we completely, totally are never gonna feel anxiety or never gonna feel insecurity again. We wouldn't be human, right? Especially if we're working towards big changes and big shifts. I don't care how many things somebody has accomplished or how successful they might be seen as or perceived to be. Anytime somebody's leveling up to the next level, there's gonna be uncertainty, there's gonna be insecurity, there's gonna be anxiety, because we're growing, right? And it's unfamiliar. It's just that we don't allow it to control us, we don't allow it to take over. We're in control of it. So some of you may be being more mindful. You might be finding um, uh, things that are helping you to stay grounded, to stay focused. And whatever maybe in the past wasn't successful, you're going to be able to come back to it and put it out there, and it's even better this time around. Okay. And it could just be an area of your life. It could be your work life. It could be your love life. It could be a social life. But just coming into the energy of like, this time around, it's gonna go well. Nine of Pentacles can also indicate that you're getting positive attention at this time. People might not be stepping up to you, but they may be noticing you. They may be impressed with you. So you may be calling attention to yourself at this time in a positive way. Now, your next card here is another major arcana card, and it is the Hanged Man. And so for me in my readings, when I have the major arcana card spread out like this, where it's like a non-major arcana, major arcana, non-major arcana, major arcana, it gives me a feeling in the sense that the week might be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, where you have very happy, very positive, very confident moments, and then you may have like these, dipping back into the anxiety, into the insecurity. But we know with the Nine of Pentacles, you're going to get control of it, and then you're coming back up again. So it might be a little bit of a roller coaster in that way. Your self-esteem or confidence might be fluctuating in the week ahead. Your mood might be fluctuating in the week ahead. You may feel like these highs and these lows. Now, it's going to balance out. And the Hangman kind of helps with that, because the Hangman is a card that comes up when we're being encouraged to take a step back and to look at the situation from a different angle, because there's something that you're missing. Okay, there's something that you're not seeing. Prayer can help, meditation can help, asking your angels and guides to help you see what you're not seeing, that they're trying to help to show you. The Hangman for me in readings is like this cosmic timeout. You're being put on this timeout, not because you've been naughty, but because your angels are trying to help you to see something you're missing. And for me, a lot of the times the Hangman comes up because you're about to manifest a lot of things. Like, your energy is clearing, you're opening up to receive, but a lot of the things you've been putting out there to manifest, you've been putting out either on autopilot, because you've been putting out for it for so long that You're just automatically on autopilot, keep putting that out, but you don't even want it anymore. Or you're trying to manifest things because you've been taught and you've been conditioned that this is what's going to make you happy, but it's not even really what you want. You were just so used to having it drilled in your head that this is what's going to make you happy, this is the life you have to have, that you're like, oh, okay, and you're trying to manifest it, right? And so your angels and guides know you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be satisfied with these things. So they're giving you a little bit of a timeout to double check your order so that this is a time that you can change it, you can shift it. And then what comes in, you're going to actually be happy with. You're going to actually be fulfilled with. So this is a good time for you to check in with yourself and to really, really get clear about what do you really want. And ask yourself, how have I been trying to manifest this? What is the thing that I'm trying to manifest that I think is going to make me feel the way that I want, or that I think is going to give me what I want? And is that really so? This is a good time for self-reflection. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You might need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. There's also a link in the description of the video where you can go ahead and you can schedule a private reading with me. Love readings for June are linked in the description. And don't forget, every single day I've been doing a daily message, and a lot of people have been finding that helpful. So check out the daily messages as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well.